Hey guys, happy Thursday. And Sherry Martin coming to you live here. And I feel so magical today. That's the reason I have my unicorn background for you guys. So I'm really excited. You know, we have been talking about manifestation, and I believe that everyone comes into our lives for a reason. And for those of you that are watching me live, just let me know you're watching. Hey Heather, those of you that are watching on replay, type replay below. Hey Angela, so many amazing things have been happening, and I thought, oh my goodness, I have got to share it with you guys because there's nothing better than going on a journey with your friends and just experiencing what life could really be about. Hey guys, thank you so much for hopping on. Hey Karen, hey Carolyn, and I'm waiting for our guest speaker, Kristen, who is a master manifester. And like I said, everyone comes into our lives for a reason. And this girl definitely, hang on, I'm bringing her on, definitely crossed paths with me for a particular reason. And you guys are going to get to experience this incredible flow that we are both in right now. So I'm excited to share during my lives. So hang on, Kristen's coming on board here. Let me see. I don't think I'm going to be able to add her from her laptop. Hey, Kristen, I don't know if you're seeing. I'm adding you. Oh, there you go. Yay!
Hi, how are you?
Hey, beautiful. I was just sharing with everyone that we cannot keep it inside anymore. Like, we are here to share with everyone and to go through this experience that I'm going through with you. And I thought, why not share it with everyone? So I'm so honored again to bring you on board. And guys, stay tuned because we have some incredible things that we're doing for you guys. We're going to kick it off the first week in November, but I want to chat with you guys because so many things are happening to me. Hey, Lauren, so many things are happening to me since I met this incredible woman. So believe me when I say everything happens for a reason. So Kristen, I want to jump right in here. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. I
Yes.
find that the more self-love I give myself, the more I just shine. And I'm kind of like, why, thank you.
Yes, honey.
Same thing with you. I feel like you're shining even brighter than you once did. And it's just an energy that you're conveying. So, yep.
Girl, I owe it to you. And I can't keep the love inside anymore. Hey, bestie. Okay, so you are a profound manifester. And you and I have been talking, and I feel like I said to you the other day, I said, I didn't even realize what I was manifesting. I didn't even realize that we all have this ability to manifest anything we want in life. Guys, it can happen in a matter of minutes. It can happen overnight. And I want you, Kristen, to just kind of share with us, what your journey's been like on manifesting and how you even knew what it was and how it was coming about so that everyone can kind of figure this out, and jump on this bandwagon with us.
Yeah, so it's been a pretty incredible journey. There's been a lot of growth in it. There's been a lot of tears, but I can tell you it's all worth it, right? So we all are creating before we even realize. So the way that you and I came into contact started before we ever even knew it. And I'm laughing at your unicorns because part of my manifestation was I just kept calling myself a magical unicorn over and over and over again. So what was I doing? I was setting out the intention. I didn't even know you said that, but I was setting out the intention that I'm a magical unicorn, and that was bringing me back magical unicorns, right? So I'm dying laughing because that is just a manifestation right there in itself. I kept saying it over and over again. I don't know what it is that I'm doing. I'm a magical unicorn. I mean, I could have said anything, but I kept saying I was a magical unicorn. So when I met you and the next morning you're wearing these unicorn, like you have it on your pants, or one of you guys had it on your pants or something, I was like, she's the magical unicorn I kept manifesting. And so this morning when you told me you were going to sit in front of your unicorn background, I totally laughed again because I have some oracle cards that I said, I'm going to bring these out for Sherry and I'm going to pull one. So it was the exact confirmation. And that's what will happen is as you start to manifest, you will start receiving signs and synchronicities just saying you're on the right path. You're on the right path. And so I pulled 2 cards for you this morning. It was kind of funny because I told you to stop and breathe, right? And if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have had no idea. Like, I would have never even thought of like playing around with these cards or anything.
Right.
It's just been a fun tool that really fuels my energy. And when you're in that space of feeling giddy and fun, that's when you actually create what it is that you're wanting to do, right? So if you're in a space of anger and upset and heaviness, you're going to be creating that heaviness. So I really try and keep my vibration in this really positive space. So I told you, I said, slow down and breathe, right? And then I pull this card. Oh, wait, this one right here. One step at a time, right? So that was the first card I pulled. And it says, lots of little steps make big dreams come true. What a perfect message for you to hear today. And for anyone that's listening to this is that the manifesting journey, we're all doing it right now, but to really turn it into like amazing things and create, actually intentionally create what you want, you've got to start taking those baby steps to be really intentional. And then all of a sudden you're looking around going, whoa, I didn't realize all these little steps were going to turn into such a profound thing, right? So you've been like, it will just fly out of my deck. And so the next card that I pulled up was share. So this is a message to anyone that's watching this, is that when you share, everyone feels happy, right? So when you cultivate this feeling, everyone starts to pick up on the feeling that is wanting to create this, and they start to manifest, right? So part of my journey, when I say it starts way before you even know, this book right here, You Are a Badass.
Yes.
Do you know this book? Yes.
Girl, right. That is so, I have it right here, and I tell everybody, if you don't know where to start with this book.
Right. Okay. So this book came into my life a couple of years ago, and I would always say, I don't read. So of course I was manifesting that I don't read, right? I always was manifesting that I wasn't a good reader. And this book was posted in Facebook by someone. I remember just seeing the cover, but I wasn't ready to receive the message at the time. So I literally did not buy the book. Then a year later, I was in a bookstore and I saw this and I go, I recognize that cover. I want that book. And my mom said, well, are you actually going to read it? Because we were going on a vacation. I said, I think so, because I had always been manifesting that I wasn't a reader. Whatever reason, this book finally like popped out right in front of me. And that's where my journey started, right? That's where I started realizing, oh my gosh, all this time I've been saying I'm not this or I'm not that. And that's what I was creating. And this was when I was ready to actually receive the message and actually start creating amazing positivity things.
They can't hear us, Kristen. Hang on.
Okay.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Carolyn, can you hear us right now at all? Let me see. Shoot, hang on a minute. No. Okay.
Have I
Should
just
we
been
jump
talking?
off and get back on, Kristen?
I don't know. Am I? Have they heard anything?
I exited out, then got back, and now I can hear. I can hear you. Okay, keep going.
Can they hear me?
They can hear us. Keep going.
Have they heard anything I said?
Yes, I think my mom, it never fails. Like, I don't know, my mom was calling, and when I hit delete or decline, I think it might have just took it, you know, like it's a little back. It's fine.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. So anyways, the reason why this is popping up to the people who are connected to this is because they're actually setting intentions that they want to manifest. So things are starting to pop up in their lives. It's showing them, hey, you're interested in manifesting. So you start taking those signs and you start paying attention to the synchronicities and you start realizing, oh my gosh, like all of a sudden I was starting to say things and they were happening. So I realized how powerful my beliefs were and what I was saying, it was actually coming into fruition, right? So I was actually asking for a magical unicorn. I didn't realize I was asking for that, but I ended up with you, right? So manifesting happens in a funny way. Like it comes in a way that sometimes you're not expecting and sometimes you miss the answer to your blessing, right? So sometimes you're literally going, I've been trying to manifest this and it's not coming, and it's right in front of your face, right? So as part of my manifestation, I kept saying that I wanted an abundance of health and wealth for everyone, right? Which got me into the company with you, right? And then from there, you and I met, and that's where the manifesting started. So the manifesting started a long time ago, but we each had to hit goals to hit certain levels to end up in Mexico, for us to meet, to bump into the pool, to have these Facebook Lives, right? So the journey starts before you even realize. And so you just have to be open and have no expectations of how it happens. My biggest tips are be aware of what you are saying, right? So I even word Nazi to you quite a bit about when you start looking at things like even negative situation, you start to look at it in a positive, or you frame it into the positive, that is setting the intention, manifesting positivity in your life instead of the negative. So when you're looking at situations and going, it's so chaotic and it's causing all this in my life, right? You're bringing in chaos. So start with your words, start with gratitude. What is it that you're wanting to create? A lot of people want to manifest money. And here's the deal. The reason why it doesn't happen on the spot is because we have beliefs in our mind that we're uncomfortable with money, right? So you have to start with things that you're comfortable with, and you have to go through that brain process of what is making you uncomfortable with that. And once you identify that, that's when you can really start to create really, really big things. So right now, a lot of people are in that stage where they're planting the seeds for the bigger manifestation. So there's two types of manifestation to me. There's instant manifestation, where literally they're just these things that it's so believable to you that you can create it on the spot. So for me, I started by manifesting parking spaces. Every time I went to the store, I just already knew it was going to be there before I got there. So the front row spot was always there. This is a skill that a lot of people have. So once I knew I could do that, I started manifesting parking spaces with a tree over them, right? Now, every time I go to the store, I just expect that that tree will be there covering my parking spot, and it's there every single time, right? So that's kind of the process where you start with the things that are more believable, and it allows you to secure this belief in you, and that's where you start to move into the bigger ones. So I start to set some intentions, right, for a larger thing that I want. So I wanted freedom, right? So I realized I wasn't comfortable manifesting money because I had blocks and things in my way about money. Even though I love money and I think it's beautiful and it's just energy, there were things that I needed to get out of the way. So I set my intentions for freedom, which in turn to me is money, love, travel. So it's so much bigger than money. So don't limit yourself by just saying, well, if I have money, then I can have all these things. No, if you have freedom, you can have all these other things, right? When I have happiness and joy, I create, right? So I can create anything I want. So it's more important for me to have joy, happiness, and freedom, because that's what allows me to create the money in my life, right? It's all about your mindset and what you believe. And so a lot of people get really attached. So I say start with the little ones that are believable to you, that like they're kind of like, oh, that was unbelievable that that happened, but still believable enough that you could do it, and ease your way into the bigger ones. And that's what I call, there's instant manifestations, and then there's planting
You're
the
cutting
seed,
in and
right?
out. I
So
don't know. Maybe it's just me. So hang on 1 second, because I'm like hearing
can
every
you
other
hear me?
word. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. I wanted to say really quick, when you were talking about money, that's something that I've always been manifesting for so long, and I never realized it. And it's funny because money comes very easily to me. And when I had recently gotten a situation where I had to make a decision and sacrifice financially for the next year or so to have something that is so epic like I would never have before, my relationship with money wasn't healthy. And so for all of these years that I was manifesting, like, you know, you can manifest and get, but the problem was I couldn't hang on to it. So I would manifest money, right? Very quickly. I would get a loan. I was, you know, making all this money. And then I just didn't have that right relationship. So, you know, I just wanted to share with you guys that if you're manifesting something and you're getting it and then you lose it, it's because there's work that needs to be done within you still. And it's so funny because I was manifesting you, Kristen, and didn't even realize it. My best friend and I, Christine, we have been tapping in. We are tuned in, tapped in, turned on, you know, listening to Abraham Hicks, just trying to figure out, you know, this incredible, and it is like a game, because once you start playing around with it, and I started with parking spaces too, years ago.
Yeah.
And then I started manifesting a client that I wanted for mortgages, right?
Right.
And what happened with me with manifestation, and I didn't even know that I was even manifesting, that I had this gift, right? We all have this gift. You tell me that all the time, but it's whoever exercises the gift. I wasn't going to go to Puerto Vallarta, okay? I wasn't going to go. I go and I meet you. I run into Carrie Dickey, and in the last week, Carrie Dickey has me working on something that has helped me heal myself, right? She asked me to write a eulogy. And I'm challenging you guys out there, if you want to really get raw with yourself and heal yourself from past hurt, right? So I met her, even though I've known her through the business, but I really got to connect with Carrie Dickey. And she's got me working on this. So between the two of you, everything that I've been manifesting is coming to fruition.
Right. So that was the planting the seed. So you started looking at manifesting, things started popping up to you, people, things like that. And that is the planting the seed. Well, when you're doing a big manifestation like that, you want to plant the seed and nurture it. And I call it a soul journey. So you work on your soul along that time. You kind of forget about what it is that you're manifesting. You walk away and you nurture your soul and you learn and you grow, right? So along the way, you've been nurturing and you've been growing. And then you came to that point right where it was about to fall into fruition and you almost quit on it because you almost didn't come to Mexico, right? You needed to come there and you needed to open your soul and grow like to that next level. And as soon as you did that and you honored that process, everything starts to fall into place magically for you, right? So there's the instant manifestations that we start to master that are easy. Yeah. And then there's the bigger ones that when you heal it, it will reveal the magic, right? So that, I mean, as soon as you literally did this healing technique of why you could not keep the money in your pocket, you had a good relationship, but a bad relationship. And once you went to that vulnerable space of how do I heal this and recognize why I think this, as soon as you acknowledge that, everything changed, right? And that's how the manifestation process works. So you start manifesting little things and the universe will start moving mountains and people right into your life. And you have to be present and aware that they're giving you those signs, and you just have to give gratitude and honor the journey. Don't obsess over it, you know, let it just fall into place. Don't create this idea of how it's going to happen because it almost never happens that way, right? So you're going to put your intention out there and you're going to walk away from it, right? So you never really thought that I was going to be manifesting a magical unicorn. You were going to be manifesting me in. I was studying Team Heart, which is the team. I thought I was studying them for the business, but really I was studying them because I was studying to bring you in, right? So my energy was going to you and it was pulling you back in, right? So sometimes we think we're doing something for one reason, but really it's a bigger picture that is actually coming back into you and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and I say that,
really, really cool
stuff. And release outcome.
Yeah, release the outcome. Like, don't, people think it's going to come in a little box of how it's wrapped up and here's the answer to the manifestation. It's bigger than what you imagine when you release the outcome, right? And so literally never in a million years, I thought that my business with you was going to be my big manifestation, but it's gotten bigger since I've honored the healing. So don't ever limit it. A good manifester will say, I'll take this or better. But if you really want to be a bound manifester, you really need to do the soul journey, look at you, reflect on you, and see what needs to be healed. And let me tell you, it's a lot heavier to carry it on your back a lifetime than to feel it in that moment, know that you're safe, know that it's for a bigger purpose. It's going to reveal magic and beauty to you, and let it go, because that's when the magic starts to flow. So there's manifesting and there's next level manifesting. So which one do you want to be? You know, clearly you want to be a mega manifester. So you're honoring the process.
Mega manifester, baby. So,
right?
You're still cutting in and out, but I don't know if it's just me. And I feel like I'm hanging on to every word that you're saying. So I'm like, oh my God, I can't hear her right now. So it's just crazy. But then I feel like I'm also, can you hear me clearly when I'm talking?
Sometimes you cut out, but can you hear me?
I think it's the Arizona heat, girl. Yeah. Hey, Rini.
It's not that hot today.
What's that?
Can you hear me now?
I can't. I mean, yes, it's just kind of like cutting in and out. So I just want to make sure before I ask the next question that I'm able to hear you clearly. So talk for a second so I know.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me?
So
I feel like that commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. So there's so much more, Kristen, that a lot of people don't realize when they're trying to, live their life by like the law of attraction. Because a lot of people are like, oh, think positive, think that you're going to be rich every day and wake up and tomorrow you're going to have all this money. There's actually a skill set to being able to manifest. And there's a skill set to being able to, live the life that we are living right now. And you have been just so gracious. You have helped so many people, Kristen. You and Chloe, and you guys will meet Chloe soon here. But we talked about bringing it to the people, bringing it to everyone out there on Facebook, all of our friends, all of you guys that are watching, you beautiful souls out there. We've put together something, and I just want to chat really quick about that, just to kind of plant the seed, Kristen, on what we're going to do the first week of November, so that if you guys are interested in jumping on board with us, and of course, it doesn't matter what your journey is in your life, whether you're looking, for health or for wealth, maybe you just want to become the best version of yourself, whatever that may be to you. We have exactly what it is you need. And I can't think of a better person, Kristen, than you to be able to bring it to us. So I want you to share with everybody kind of, some of the things that we're going to talk about in the first week of November, so they can start signing up and being a part of it.
Right. So we're releasing a course in the first week of November, and it really is going to lay out like everything that we've been studying and how it happens. So we've kind of done the work for you, and we're putting it all into a course. There will be live interaction with it, but also modules that are released to you with simple steps that you can start taking to actually start the manifesting process. Okay. Within that, there will be all the tips. I mean, I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on going to the right people to really perfect what I need to know. And so I'm consolidating that all into a course, and it's almost kind of like I did the work for you, right? So also through that, there's the option to work with people like me and other coaches that actually are masters in what they do. And we can help you get to those subconscious beliefs and actually start to reprogram them, so that way you can really truly create in alignment your subconscious conscious beliefs, and actually start this process to where you can start creating anything you want. And like I said, a year ago, I had manifested cool things, but I didn't even know what manifesting was. So I'm taking it to a whole nother level. And this is a great course for someone who, I mean, if you're on this live, it's because you have interest in it. If you're on this live, it's because you're wanting to be part of this. So take a chance on yourself and say, I'm worthy of creating the life of my dreams. And I'm drawn to this because I know it's part of the manifestation. I've drawn this in this Facebook live. I've drawn it in because I'm supposed to be doing this, right? And that's how my journey started. I was drawing in everyone telling me, you're really good at this. You need to teach this, right? And so now here I am meeting you, and I'm supposed to be teaching more and more of it and stuff. So really honor the signs that come up. We'll teach you how to decipher the signs. We'll teach you how to make sure you're not sabotaging your manifestation. We'll teach you what the journey looks like. We'll do it from a group perspective, but also there will be opportunity to do individual growth with it and stuff like that. So I really, really encourage you guys just to take a chance on yourself, because I did that and it changed my world. And I think that's the same thing with you, Sherry, is you started to just follow the signs, and it was popping up and it was popping up, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So if you're on this live, it's for a reason. You manifested it in as confirmation that it's something you're supposed to be doing. So I hope you guys take that chance. And you know, it's so easy to get hyped up on the
you guys owe it to yourself.
So excited.
Take the chance.
Yeah. So it's super something where we get amped up on this, but the course will really consolidate it in, here's my steps. This is what I should be doing. And it will give some individual and group live setting participation. So really cool stuff coming down the pipeline. You good, Sherry?
Oh, now I hear you. Yeah. I think they can hear you. It might be me that's in and out. I get what you're saying, as long as they can all hear you. I'm gonna have to check that out. But I feel like I keep freezing. But yeah, so we're gonna jump on every week, and do a live together and just kind of help you guys with the guide, guiding you guys. But, for those of you that are looking for something different and you've never tapped in to this, you have got to give it a try, because it can't hurt you. If anything, it's going to help you really see things very clearly and understand how it works. And it's really fun to play around with it too. And I find that when you're tuned in and tapped in and you're kind of knowing what's going on, it's kind of, I got scared, I think, a little bit. And I thought, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is creepy. Like, I'm afraid of like what I can really manifest. And then I took a step back and I thought, you know what? Don't be afraid of it, because I've had some incredible things happen just in the last 2 weeks. And I can't wait to see what our future is going to look like, not just for you and I, Kristen, but for everybody that wants to go on this journey with us. Yeah, so I'm really excited.
Right.
So guys, comment below. Let us know if you want to participate. We're going to start the first week of November, and we'll have everything worked out for you guys, but it will be something that will change your life. And if you are open to changing your life and really taking control over everything, you don't want to miss this manifestation course.
Right. I think the biggest thing that I find behind it, I think the biggest thing to take away from this is we make life harder on ourselves than it has to be. And the manifestation process, when you do it properly, allows life to just happen with grace and ease. And it truly, truly just makes you be able to be present and enjoy your life and get rid of that programming that it has to be hard. So this is a journey of like creating a life of grace and ease. And if you're on this, it's because that is something you're seeking. So I hope you guys tune in. It's going to be epic.
Girl.
So
epic. I love that word.
Thank you, Sherry.
It's totally going to be epic. Hey, good morning, Wanda. Well, guys, we had so many viewers on today, and I just want to thank you guys for, being open. A lot of people get freaked out and they're like, what are you guys doing? What are you talking about? I don't really care what anyone thinks anymore. I really don't. I know what my mission is, and I know that we have something that's truly epic. So we're getting raw with you guys. We're excited, and I hope that you guys join us here in the first week of November. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're watching on replay, drop replay below. Would love to connect with you. Do you have any final words, Kristen?
No, just go manifest your dreams. It's pretty simple. Just do it.
Just do it. All right. Love you guys.
Cool. See ya.
Much love, girl, for you.
Much love.